Madden gods.
Perfect. Welcome to Tips for Gamers. Today we are going to be showing you guys the top 9 sleeper wide receivers to trade for in all Madden 24. Make sure to get on this list because as the year progresses, Madden is going to be updating their overalls, and we're going to have to update this list. Probably like week 6, something like that. We're going to monitor it. And that is why you guys should hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell. 75% of our viewers are not subscribed to us, so hitting that subscribe button is going to do wonders for you. It's going to do wonders for us. Make sure to hit that like button as well, guys. And if you had a choice to draft Randy Moss or Calvin Johnson, who would you draft and why? Antoine Green, I like him enough to put him on this list. Do I absolutely love the guy? No, not necessarily, but injury stamina, they're okay, not great. He's 6'2", 199. A little bit of a playmaker, deep threat. He has the ability with the catching in traffic, to catching, the spectacular catch, his jumping. Agility is a knock on him overall, and his development's a knock. But aside from that, in the right system, you could make a little magic happen with this guy. He's not a bad player to trade for, and he's relatively easy to trade for. About the same as all the other guys, you know, late round pick, maybe a running back, something like that. You might even find him on the free agency. So a guy that I really like that I had to put on this list is A.T. Perry out of Wake Forest, a really big receiver. He's listed as a slot playmaker and deep threat combo. He's got the speed. His agility is not super fantastic. He does drop passes, which I don't absolutely love. However, this guy could play in so many different areas. His stamina, injuries, toughness, all of that are well within the parameters of success. He does drop passes, which is frustrating, but you can work on that over time. Remember, he is a sleeper after all. But this is a guy you can get a lot of production out of. It's simulation, user play, you name it. You can get a lot of production out of him. You put him in the right system. Trading for him is also incredibly easy. Andre is a rookie. He's got good size to him. He's got decent speed. You could put him at tight end. There's a lot that you can do with him. Okay, he's got the possession catch. He doesn't actually drop balls as well, which is another nice trait to have. He's even got a little bit of good COD at an 87, some ball carry vision, a little bit of a playmaker in him. The knock on this guy is his stamina and his overall and his development. Those are the 3 knocks that I'd have onto him. But this guy could be a pretty high performer in your offense if you're surrounding him around some pretty good talent. You trade for him with a backup halfback and a late round pick, you know, at most. It's not that hard. I'm not even going to show you because it's that easy. The next guy on our list is Schwartz, because Schwartz is incredibly fast. Okay, not big, but that speed is terrifying. His agility is a little bit cheeks, not the best. He does drop some passes. Stamina, not the most fantastic. This is a guy you can build on, trade for him, incredibly easy. I'd probably even maybe go with those other guys first in a simulation. This guy may be more in a user play league. Just kind of depends your feel on that. He doesn't have the size, but he has the speed. So this is a guy that I would definitely have on your list to go and snatch up. You know, are you going to see amazing production out of him? That just depends on your team, your playbooks, how you play as a user, and a bunch of different varying factors that I have no control over. Now, with me, I would enjoy him. I definitely would enjoy him. You could put him in the slot, and the guy would end up getting a lot of numbers. There's no doubt there. He could get a lot of numbers for you. Calvin Austin III makes it onto our list. 24 years old, 5'9", 162 pounds. I mean, dear God. That is not a big dude whatsoever. Playmaker, deep threat, slot, not a physical. So don't expect physical play out of him. However, I like this guy. I really do like this guy. He drops passes, which pisses me off. His stamina is not the most fantastic in the world. It's not the most terrible either. His COD is actually a 92, which is pretty sufficient. And his speed is litty. Okay? It's litty. I like it. Catching traffic isn't the best. However, this guy is easy to trade for, really, really easy to trade for, and you can dominate with him, bring him on for cheap, and you utilize a lot that this guy has to offer, and overall, definitely a good guy to look for. The next guy on the list is Parker Washington out of Penn State. This guy is very young. This guy is an absolute beast. I expect a really good career out of him in real life. One of the wide receivers that I was like, man, I would draft this guy because I just think he can do a lot of damage. One of the biggest games this guy had to in college were against the biggest teams, Ohio State, Michigan, you name it. This guy is a monster. So agility, acceleration, everything well within the parameters of being successful. You can put this guy in the slot. You can put this guy as a number 1, number 2, doesn't matter. This guy is a guy that I believe you can build up to massive proportions with the right team. Okay, simulation, user play, doesn't matter. This guy offers you quite a bit. Very easy to trade for as well. The development and his overall are not the best, but that is why he is a sleeper. The next guy on our list is Josh Downs. It's typically going to be the exact same. I like this guy a lot. He doesn't drop passes. Open passes, his COD is great. His stamina, not my favorite, but still not bad at all. Everything to like about this guy. He's got a hidden dev as well. He's a playmaker. The guy can do all sorts of things. And in reality, like, you know, I'm sure Malik Willis, I could trade him for Malik Willis straight up, actually. Oh, man. They came at me hot with this. So he's probably going to be worth almost a 2nd-round pick, depending, you know, on what player that you can throw in there, too. But even a 3rd-round pick, I would not say is that terrible. And I threw in a halfback, and you could probably walk that number down to maybe a 4th. Play with it. It's not too hard to do, guys. You don't have to give up too much. Even a 3rd-round pick and a halfback is not that bad. The next guy on our list is going to be Rashee Rice. There's a lot to like about him. There's no doubt. The size, you know, coming out of SMU, this guy is not super quick. He's got great hands, though. He makes great contested catches. And you got to get him now because he's probably going to increase in overall, and it's going to become harder and harder and harder to get this guy. So I would jump on this as quick as possible. And he does drop passes occasionally, but if you look at his stats overall, him being a 73, he wasn't drafted particularly high. You can see a left end here gives you really good value of an old, you know, aging guy here. And then what I would do from there, you know, whether it's a running back, whatever, find an old aging guy that they need on their team needs, whether that's D tackle. You can even move Autry over to D tackle, and he would probably increase in his overall. And then from there, I would say, okay, maybe I'll give up a 5th-round pick, and that's what I do. They say no. I'm probably going to end up having to give up either a 4th of this current year or a 3rd, but I give up a 4th. Not too bad. And you end up getting your player. So then the guy who makes it in our final 3, which is our top 3 guys, it's Josh Downs, Rashee Rice, and Tank Dell. Any one of these guys you're going to love. If you have a higher overall team, I'd go and get all 3 of these guys. It's pretty easy to get all 3 of them. There's things I love about him, things I don't. His drop passes, I don't love. Injury, don't love. Don't absolutely hate it. I don't love it. His speed, I like it enough. Size, don't really love it. Hidden dev, love that. Overall, love that. These are guys you got to get somewhat quickly because some of these guys are going to pop off, and then we're going to have to redo our sleeper wide receivers list by like week 6 or something like that. I think a 3rd-round pick in this moment would probably work. I wouldn't go current year, particularly if you don't have it. You could maybe go 4th or 5th. Try that, play around with it, but this is just to give you a general consensus on what you can get for them. Hope you guys enjoyed this list.